Right, let's jump into it. I haven't recorded anything for Civ 7 at all, um, despite most of my channel being Civ, and obviously it's been a long, long time. Mostly the release of Civ 7. I mean, life's got a bit busier, but this game just hasn't cracked it. I literally have, I think, 5,000 and 6,000 hours respectively in each of the previous titles. 6 was definitely my favourite. I know there's people who stuck to 5, but 7 I have like 300 hours or so in it. I mean, in the year, over a year it's been out, and it's just not felt right. And there are things that have been addressed in this tested time update. There are things that I'm yet to play at all. This is my first experience of it. I'm not going to do like a full playthrough. I'm just going to have some background gameplay. I had a few things to say about this. I do like this layout. I do think this looks neater. And then I clicked mementos and I found this list rather disgusting. I understand you can filter here, but no, it's a bit of a mess. It's a lot to scroll through. Similar to like picking your civilization, it's a bit of a mess. I'm not gonna do what is it? What do they call it? The time thing? Time tested. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going to play as Greece because I'm personally more interested in what they've done with the other systems. I can go ahead and launch now. I'm personally more interested in what they've done with the other systems. The victory types is huge. I'm quite excited for that because it just hasn't been the same. It hasn't hit like the other Civ games do. Even Civ 5 and 6 do have their issues when they are coming into the late game, where I do start to lose attention. But there's at least a sense of completing things. I hope my audio is going above this. Yeah, there's a sense of completing things that you get from those games. There's a sense of a rush, and there are some glaring issues in this game. No, I'm not currently playing at the highest difficulty, but I have beaten it a few times. It took a while for me to get up to deity on 6, and maybe I've played enough Civ 5 and 6 that when Civ 7 came around, I'm abusing systems and things like that. But it just doesn't feel the same. There are so many times that I find myself like one of the huge things, one of the big issues that I'm hoping is different. I just found here, is that I find a game works just so much easier if you don't interact with anyone on AI. Maybe multiplayer is like massively different, but I don't play too much of that. But if I am trying to win a game, I'm not going to form alliances, ever. I'll form alliances if I'm having fun, if I'm playing with someone, but you get dragged into so many unnecessary wars, and it's just so much easier to win just without those alliances. You can just play through the game, and it's just watching the AIs bumble around you. Maybe they'll try and stop you before you win, but it's unlikely that if you just don't forge an alliance, don't pick an ideology as well. I find the ideology so weak in the modern era. You end up going for them, and then you just find out the whole world hates you. That your rival throughout all of time just hates you now. Not rival, your ally through all of time just despises you, and there's not really anything you can do about it. The person you've had on your border picks a different ideology to you, and it's over. So there's an incentive to at least stall the ideologies. If not, don't pick them at all. Because if you find yourself picking them, if you hold off on them, it can help. You wait for your ally to pick a ideology, and then... I haven't played with this leader. You pick an ideology, and you try and choose one that your ally has chosen, but all of the policies that come with that are... I'd rather go down the regular policy tree. all the policies are, oh, lose happiness and gain production, lose science and gain culture. I can't remember the exact specifics right now, but it's always like some sort of trade-off. And it just, they're not that powerful. They're not more powerful than the standard tree. It's just not useful stuff to get at the cost of like murdering a friendship. Why would you rush these things that you can get pretty fast if you have good culture? I find I end up spending, what is this even called? Influence. Shows how much I've been playing. I find I spend all my influence on just city-states and accumulating all the city-states, and maybe the AI each get 1 or 2, and I've just not interacted with the AI. Sure, like a research agreement's pretty good, but it just doesn't hit the same. So, yeah, I'm hoping things have changed. I'm excited to look at the victories. Where even is victories? So this is the new triumphs. So I'm excited to play through this. Where would I find victories? Maybe I can't because it's the Antiquity Age. Because supposedly you shouldn't be able to. Oh, I haven't even done this. You shouldn't be able to access them this early. You can only, like, if you're doing really well, get them in medieval, but most of the time you're going to get them modern. So maybe I can't access that screen right now, or I just haven't found it because I am jumping into this completely fresh. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's done with the victories. I'm excited to see dedications. Okay, so that's not relevant this age. I've got the what is it, Trailblazer triumphs on because I do really like some of the ideas from this update. But the big one is this. It's time-tested civilizations and all that, which I'm not going to be doing on this playthrough because I want to purely play as I was playing in those first 100 hours or so with the new victories, because that is something I'm very interested in. I did feel like the victories were very flat, and I'm sure I'll talk about that plenty more. But I'm not too interested in why in going back on your own philosophy. If you have made this, if this is your brainchild, it's kind of sad to see, to completely abandon it, to go back and say this is what we tried for this game and it didn't work. This is civ switching, the cornerstone of this game, and it just to go back on it. I get that there are a lot of people that felt, and I feel the same. It's not that I don't feel that way. I get there are a lot of people that feel like, oh, this isn't Civ. This doesn't feel like my Civ 5 and 6. And sure, 5 and 6 were quite different, but the transition wasn't like this. Having ages and Civ switching changes everything. I think one of the biggest points, this is completely unscripted ramble. I'm sure I'll do more if I do more Civ 7 recording, maybe a playthrough or something. I'll be more concise with my thoughts, because I've not even played the update really yet. This is just playing it now, but I think one of the big things, and I don't know if this is something that can be fixed. I don't know if this is something that can be fixed, because they address the moving of units when you end an age, but I don't think the moving of the units was the issue. It's not seeing your units move. It's it happening off screen. It's the loading screen. The loading screen kills my momentum. I'm playing through a game. I'm doing well. I won. I won the age, and then I wait, and I load into a new age, and whoa, where's all my units? I gotta rename my cities. I gotta pick these things, and it's almost like starting again. I don't know if the loading screen could be lost. Like, I don't know from a gaming perspective if that's something they could get rid of, from a design perspective, but I feel like it takes a lot of wind out of the sails. Oh, you've been hit. It just, it really doesn't help the game's issues. The age transition is so harsh. I think it should be softer. they want to represent the rise and fall of civilization. Sure, you have the barbarian camps spawning up and attacking you and that sort of thing. But then it wasn't the, I don't know, the fall of the Western Roman Empire entered a loading screen period for 100, 200 years and then suddenly popped back up. It's just not what happened. It was not a smooth transition. It was harsh on the people, the land, and all that. But it was, there's still time in between. There's still Dark Ages, and maybe that's what they're trying to recreate from, like, building yourself back up. But, like, you didn't win an age, you didn't overcome the crisis, and then say, right, well, our capital's over there, we're now these people, we completely changed. Maybe there's a way we're doing it with this new syncretism. Again, I'm yet to get into that. I'm playing an Antiquity Age Civ. I'm playing the Greeks at the moment. So I'm not going to see that. So maybe I'll see a bit of that. But that could be the way to do it. Using syncretism to show, hey, we didn't instantly go from the Romans to the Normans, for example. We adopted things from other cultures. That's what maybe age transition should look like, rather than, oh, I'm playing as the Greeks, but I'm borrowing, who have I got? I'm borrowing some American troops or whatever. Well, that doesn't make much sense, but some American benefits. Deciding to do that now, sure, that's what takes effect. But when a civilization falls, maybe that's the time to do it, rather than having this dark age period of a loading screen. You manually transition your civ, but syncretism is like hidden so far into an age anyway, so you wouldn't get those bonuses. And again, I'm yet to go into that, but I find it quite sad that the core of the game is gone. The civ switching is no, it's still there, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I'd rather them make it better than say, oh, it's Civ 5 again. Oh, it's Civ 6 again. Remember that game that you like? No, I bought this game. I could go and play Civ 6. I have that game. But I was excited for what was new. Why am I building more hot plates? Yeah, so it just it feels off. I'm hoping that this does wonders. I'm hoping that the test of time can make Civ exciting, it can make it relevant. The experience I'm having so far isn't different to another game, and I quite like the Antiquity Age. That wasn't what I had problems with. And the Exploration Age definitely got better with pirating editions, privateers and that. It could still do with some improvements, but I don't feel as helpless for treasure fleets. The game I most recently played before the Test of Time dropped, I did have a bit of issue with it. Again, I wasn't playing against the highest difficulty. I think it was Sovereign, or probably one up from there, whatever that one is. I think it's Immortal. But I was rich, and I managed to rush out 2 settlers, maybe 3 settlers, and had claimed like 80% of the treasure fleet resources, because we were on a continent that had a sliver of land between, and I managed to put 2 cities on 2 different islands. One of them took 2 cities to fill up, and I had taken everything, and I think it took the AI a solid another 50 turns. Like, we were really like midway through or further into the age, coming to the end maybe, and they got up a settlement that claimed 1 treasure resource when I had 10, 15 coming in for the last 30 turns or so. And that was more a map issue, I guess, but maybe also an AI issue. I'm not sure if the standard middle difficulty should be... I should definitely be settling. If the standard middle difficulty should be not pursuing a... Oh no, I can't. A victory type. Um, but yeah, the main issues come with the modern age, and there's all this rumor about another age coming down the line. But I'm not really too interested in that because I'm thinking like, okay, when's it gonna happen though? Is it going to be a post-modern age, which I am not interested in at all? But they also kind of need that because they're missing modern warfare. I mean, the nukes you can use, the planes you can use, the ships you can use. It's not the same as the previous games, and you've definitely already won by that point. That warfare is just a chore more than it is something to push for. Maybe I can go for a wonder. So yeah, it's just it doesn't feel right. The modern age victories you're then left with is all just waiting. So that's what I'm most excited about. That is what this update means to me the most, because I would have rather them fixed what's cool about Civ switching than just the issue being taken out of it. The issue of me finishing this game as this age as Greece, saying, right, I've got my core mechanics, I've got my influence on Palace, my culture, my tourism, like, I've got this stuff down. These are my special units, this is how I'm going to play the game, my unique districts, all that kind of stuff. And then I pick a Civ, and maybe this is me playing the game a bit more casually than intensely. Maybe if I was to do it more in one sitting, but my time is a little more limited now. And Civ was very often like a relaxing game for me, away from all the MOBAs that I play. But I'll finish the age again, feeling like I have my identity. I know what my Civ's good at. This is how I'm winning. And then it's like, oh, what am I doing again? Oh, it's happiness this time. Now we're doing a happiness game. What are my power-ups? What are my units? Like, okay, what are my units is less of a thing, but like, changing so much so quickly without like making those individual choices. Sure, I'm making the choice of what Civ I'm changing to, but I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not crafting it. And again, maybe that comes back to syncretism. Maybe that's a great idea. Maybe that will change my mind. But that was so harsh. I can't remember my point. No, modern age victories is just a mess. It's all waiting. It's literally all waiting. It's weirdly economic is the most fun. It's also a bit frustrating, but it's kind of great. I find myself hitting an economic victory before other types, even when I'm trying to focus other types. And then it's like a relationship drain. I may be completely wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure you need diplomatic influence and maybe the gold as well, based on the state of the relationship. So again, the game I literally just played and won economically, because I didn't start any wars and alliances. I wiped someone out in the Antiquity Age, and then played completely neutrally, didn't do a single war or alliance. And then I was able to just send my merchant guy off, and then I have a timer over me. Then I have, oh, okay, I've done my factory resources, he's spawned, now it's, there's 5 capitals, so 1 turn for travelling, 1 turn for converting, 5 capitals excluding my own, there we go, 10 turns until I win the game, and there's nothing anyone can do about that. And I'm like even trying to track my own progress. Oh, how many capitals have I done, if I've forgotten. How does the opponent track that progress? How do they know which capitals I've been to, if they weren't looking directly when my guy was there? And I'm complaining about that, saying that that's the best one of the modern victories. Everything else is build something. It's just get to X point and build something. The fun of conquest is completely killed when you're like pushing forward and like destroying your nation with happiness to try and get this stuff down. No, there's not a flood. That's probably stupid of me. You're pushing forward to get this victory done, and conquest can be a lot of fun, and then all of a sudden you have to suddenly... I am stuck. you have to suddenly stop with all these negatives on you from being a warmonger, and just build a thing. And it's like, right, okay, well, there's all the fun gone. And usually it comes when a war is still going. You've captured, what is it, capital? No, you get more points for capital, but you don't have to get the capital. So, yeah, it's just points for cities. So, there's no way, like, the chances are so slim of you finishing a war on the exact city number you need. Like, you've completely wiped someone out, and you've landed on the exact city number that you need to start building the thing. So you're left there stuck in a war that there's no point in fighting whatsoever. Especially if you were doing foreign conquest. There's no way wherever you're building, what is it, Operation Ivy, is where... Oh, great, there's a boat. Is where the war is going on. Like, it's very unlikely that it's going to be a home turf war. If you're... Oh, maybe I can buy one. If you're pursuing that victory type. So, what's the point of keeping the war going? You're just, like, begging for peace, and with the AI, that's not usually too difficult. And then it's like, oh, well, the game's in the bag. No one's going to get to wherever I'm building this thing in time. Exactly the same premise then, minus the war, minus the actual interesting part for the culture victory of collect artifacts. The AI also never goes for the newer natural wonder tech. The, what is it, Hegemony 2? I think? Or maybe that's the second one. No, it's not Hegemony. That's the All Ages artifact. Natural History 2, I think. So there's no way the AI never goes for that, and again, maybe it does at higher difficulties, but still, it feels like a bit of a runaway if I've not won economic victory already by that point, because that just crops up. That seems accidental in most cases. So you've got that kind of laid out in front of you, where it's almost impossible to fail. We'll get that going. Oh, I should probably befriend. I am not playing well while talking. Space Race is how it's always been, but I think Space Race seems worse because every other victory has copied Space Race. Every single victory type besides economic is build something, and economic victory is still build something, it's just build something in a different order, where you're then pushing, you can get very lucky with resources, and you can build those rail stations, or with money, and you can build those rail stations and factories very quickly and do it easily. If you're poor, it's not going to work, but it's an economic victory, so I can't be, like, too surprised by that. I need to claim more of this land. Yeah, make sure I get that. So yeah, it just doesn't, might be getting attacked. That's okay. We will build more stuff. So yeah, it just doesn't feel great, and then, obviously, the science victory is exactly the same thing. It's... Oh, this is a new screen. So I'm gonna have to do a, like, proper playthrough at some point, and, like, what I actually think of the update, and I'll probably do another sort of rambling video, because I think I'm just going to upload this one raw. I don't think there's anything I necessarily need to cut, because I've not been doing a script. Yeah, there are obviously things I still need to see about this update, and see if it's good, but, like, I don't think I'm going to find them with where I'm playing now. Maybe I'll come back to this game and talk about it, like this exact playthrough, when I am in the ages that matter a bit more, when I see how the victory types play out, when I see their conditions and all that. It just, yeah, there's a lot that needs fixing, and I don't think Civ switching is this egregious problem that everyone else puts it as. I'd rather them fix the other things in the game. Triumphs gives me hope that they're doing something like that, but I think fundamentally the ages need to be looked at. Yeah, and I'm excited for what the... Nope, no chance. Allies is bad. Um, and I need to look at what the rest of the game has to offer, what they've changed, and just see if they can address the issues that I hope they are aware of. One thing that drives me insane. This is definitely a me problem, but I'm sure other people. Oh, there it will. I'm sure other people have an issue with this as well. Is I am going through. I haven't played too many games. I'm going through and I'm playing as the leaders that I need the achievements for. I think this is my 24th, 25th game because there's that many leaders in the base game. Oh yeah, that would have dragged me into war anyway. But yeah, these there are only achievements linked to those leaders, and I've been in the Discord and I've said it quite a few times. Multiple DLCs want to play their leaders, but I'm like, am I then going to be missing an achievement if I win as them? That's just a me thing, an achievement hunting thing, but it needs polish. The game needs polish. It doesn't... Of course it needs these big, sweeping updates, but it's missing a lot at its core. Oh, that looks nice. They've done a good job with some things. They've done this UI looks nice. Yeah, this crisis script, like there's probably plenty of things. I mean, yeah, that's the same. That's the same. I mean, this is all new. I don't particularly think I need to follow it. Maybe I will later on. This is all new. Like, I'm excited to see what they've done with the game in this update. But it just, yeah, it needs more of this polish. And I'm really hoping that they can do it. But it's also been enough time that it's all right to be impatient. It's completely valid to question the choices at the moment, to question what they've done in this update, what they haven't done in this update. And another thing, hot seating. I used to love playing hot seat with people in my household. Like it saves buying additional copies of the game. We only have one computer in the house that really is good for gaming. It just, yeah, it's missing things. It released with less things. Not only was it like a weaker overall product, I know you can't just like, oh, we've put all the same systems in. That's not what I'm saying. It's like core like ways to play the game are missing. But yeah, I think that's the end of my ramblings for now, at least. Yeah, I will definitely come back with a review, at least, of how this game went. Maybe I'll play another game then with oh, I need to get a slinger. Play another game then with the I don't know what they're called. It's not Apex Ages. That's the... No, these are Apex Ages. What's the thing? Oh, I've forgotten it. Timeless something. But yeah, I'll definitely have to play a game like that as well. This one just to see how the victories go and triumphs, and then another one to see what a lack of civ switching would look like, how the syncretism system works, and see how I feel about that. And I'll definitely have a look again at making another rambling video at least, and then I'll probably end up doing a playthrough at some point. But we will see. I'm not committing back into the YouTube grind. I just, having my channel be called Matt Plays Civ now, and not addressing Civ 7 at all. With this big update, I thought I had to. But yeah, I'll get back to you after that, I guess. See you again.